All right, guys. Now, something I wanted to mention inside of the reciprocity training is directly proportionate to how much value you give people is your income, okay, and how much sales you make and how many people you impact, okay. The more value you give the world, the more money you will be making back. So be a giver, not a taker, okay. Provide more. This is what Gary Vee says, and different people who teach this kind of stuff say. Also, they say, jab, 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 right hook. So you're like jabbing value out there, okay? And then you do the right hook and ask, okay? That's huge. It's so huge because you're giving more than you're asking for, and that's just powerful, okay? Now, that's not key to sales, but it's very powerful. I want everyone to understand that the number one thing you got to get out of this whole program and totally change your mindset on and implement big time is authority bias, okay? But anyway, this training right here is going to be about reason respecting tendency. This cognitive bias I love so much because it increases agreeableness through the roof, okay? And how you use it is the words like because, and so, and, okay? Those three words essentially, but because is number one, okay? So let's share with you an example. Let's say you are closing a pitch. Okay, everyone knows about butting in line or getting to the story about getting in front of line for the printing your copy of something, okay? That's been tested, and using the word because increases agreeableness like 90% or higher. Like, it's crazy, okay? So someone knows, likes, and trusts you already, and all these things are in place, and values given, and all this stuff, and energy's there. When you go for the close, or the call to actions work way higher when you apply the reason respecting bias. Now there's 25 biases, only 25 biases. And one of them is reason respecting tendency. Okay, now there's also one called twaddle tendency. It's very funny. It's basically humans naturally waste time and they don't know why. Okay, so it's a funny bias, but it can be applied big time to sales. And think about how that applies, okay? It's not the most important thing, like I've said before, but it's very powerful because people just mindlessly waste time, and that allows you to pattern interrupt, bring them in, build curiosity, pattern interrupt, bring them into your world, and because of influence from mere exposure, okay, tendency, people just from being exposed to your thing you sell or your message, you're more likely to persuade, and then you're able to persuade. It's the funnel of the biases. You gotta apply this, guys. It's crazy. You gotta memorize all of them. This stuff's so powerful, okay? So reason respecting tendency. What is that basically? Once again, it increases agreeableness, and here's an example right now. At the end of a sales presentation, you simply ask with a reason respecting reason. Now, what we've discovered is the reason doesn't necessarily matter, but a better reason, the better it'll do, but people just respect the reason. It's so weird. I'll give several examples. Okay, so let's say you say, okay, buy now because this can change your life. That's a great reason. Buy now because this sale's ending soon. Click now. This is an ad example. Click now because this ad is going to be gone forever. Click now because this is a huge opportunity. This is a new opportunity. Click now because this discount. Okay, this is powerful. Now let's say in social life real quick. Let's say you just say to your little brother or something, because I have a little brother and a little sister and an older sister. And my little brother knows about cognitive biases. My whole family basically does, okay? So let's say, hey, bro, will you go get me the water or refill my cup? Let's say we're all eating dinner or something. Say, will you go refill my cup because I need some more water? Okay? And because he's my younger brother and a younger person, agreeableness is higher because, they're not older, okay, or whatever. And you don't abuse this. It can be funny to use it in social life, things like this, okay? And I mean, I use this all the time. I use this so much. It's a part of my pattern of language, big time. So I recommend it for everyone out there. Literally, you leverage the power of reason respecting tendency for everything. You can also leverage it for engagement on social media and on your ads and stuff. You say, like this video or like this post because reason, okay? Because it's great, or because I put a lot of time into it, or because it gave value to you, okay? Now there's this thing in hypnosis, and hypnosis is not what people think. Now I went on a long journey. Hypnosis in sales, I should have a video about this, but I won't, because it's not the most important thing. It's like a more advanced that doesn't make a huge difference type thing, okay? Because people buy for the bigger reasons. Ever heard of the 80-20 rule? 20% of what you implement in sales will get you 80% of your sales, okay? So only 20% really matters, and that's what we're covering inside this program. But in hypnosis, there's this powerful concept where when you tell someone what they're thinking, they'll think it, okay? So if I tell you, don't think about an elephant, you'll naturally think about an elephant, okay? Or if I say, you're thinking about an elephant right now, I know it, you're probably gonna think about an elephant for a second, okay? So the point is, when you tell someone, you are going to love this video, that's a great thing to say. Or you say, I know you're gonna love this product so much, okay? These things work. They work, bro. I've made so much money from leveraging all these biases and stuff, but just having correct persuasion methods and techniques inside my language patterns is huge. There's this other thing I want to cover inside this program without it being a specific video, is the power of, it's like the power of yeses. It's commitment consistency in the brain of a yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay? It's called trial closes. It's a technique. And what happens is if someone says yes a lot in their head in a sales presentation, they're more likely to say yes at the end. It can increase your numbers a lot. But ultimately, if someone gets a lot of aha moments and value from your sales presentations for your stuff, it's just going to crush it. When people see, here's another thing for the no-brainer one, is add high reward. High reward. Like giveaways and bonuses that are high reward, okay, for free. This is huge, okay? I just wanted to mention that. But anyway, literally, guys, this stuff's so powerful. So trial closes, once again, going back to that, it's basically commitment consistency bias combined with yeses. So when you say things like, does that make sense? How are you liking this so far? Do you like this? What do you think about that? Is it cool? Or do you like this? Is it cool? Type stuff. Super basic questions to people that always get a yes. And nodding. There's I remember some authority guy in the marketing space, he talked about a story when he first got into it, when he was selling on stages. And he said this guy he looked up to, who sold a lot of stuff on stages, he would have the whole audience, the whole presentation basically like this. Literally, nodding their head. The whole audience, you would see their heads nodding. That's crazy. And it's because he would do the freaking trial closes, get people subconsciously saying yes a lot, okay? That's great and all, but an even better version of this is giving value, and they get aha moments, and they get value, it triggers reciprocity, they want more. This works way better, but combining stuff once again will get you the best results, okay? And remember, 5% close rate is not that good. 100% close rate is the goal, always the goal. You want 100% close rate on everything you sell. That's very hard to do, I'm sure, obviously, but there are ways to do that. I've done it before. I've done it before in my upsells for my different marketing funnels, okay? But that's because a buyer is a buyer is a buyer. If they get value, if they like what you're selling, and it's a no-brainer, and there's authority involved and all these things, authority associated to it, and excitement for everything, and the halo effect. After they buy, there's dopamine released, and one-click upsells become super easy. So I've gotten 100% close rate on those things. But ultimately, 5% is bad, and you should always be trying to improve the conversion rates of what you sell. Always, okay? And there's always a new way to do that, okay? So I know you guys liked this video. I know you guys liked it. So I'll see you guys in the next video, because you're gonna love it. And peace out.